The App Store is dead. You just don't know it yet. Right now, at this exact moment, OpenAI is quietly building the phone that kills the one in your pocket. Not a better iPhone, not a smarter Android. Something the world has never seen than a device with no apps, controlled entirely by an AI agent that knows everything about you. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that should excite you and terrify you at the same time. The $6.5 billion secret. In May 2025, OpenAI spent $6.5 billion, not on servers, not on research, but on a hardware startup most people had never heard of. A company called IO Products, founded by Jony Ive, the man who designed the iPhone, the iPod, the iMac, the most recognized product designer alive. Sam Altman didn't just hire him, he bought his entire company. And here's what almost nobody covered properly at the time. This wasn't OpenAI dabbling in hardware. This was a declaration of war. But here's where it gets strange that OpenAI isn't building one device, they're building two. Simultaneously. Track 1. Jony Ive's vision. A screenless, pocket-sized AI companion. No display. No apps. Just ambient AI that sees, and hears your world. Altman described it as sitting in a beautiful cabin by a lake. Peace. Calm. No Times Square notification chaos. Track 2. The one almost no one is talking about yet. A full smartphone. Custom chip. No apps. Targeting 300 to 400 million units per year. That's iPhone territory.
The phone that kills apps. Think about your phone right now that you've got. What 80 apps? 100 apps for weather, apps for maps, apps for food, banking, messages. Each one locked in its own little box, unable to talk to each other, unable to act for you. OpenAI wants to blow all of that up. According to leaked supply chain intelligence from Ming-Chi, the most accurate Apple hardware analyst in the industry, OpenAI's phone won't have an app store at all. Instead, an AI agent handles everything. You don't open a banking app. You tell the AI, pay my rent. You don't search Google Maps. You say, I'm running late, reroute me. Done. No tapping, no switching, no friction. Nobody's talking about this part. To make this work, OpenAI is co-developing a custom chip with Qualcomm and MediaTek at the same time. That almost never happens. Those two are competitors. The day this leaked, Qualcomm's stock jumped 13% in a single morning. Manufacturing? Luxshare Precision, the same company that builds AirPods for Apple, that builds iPhones for Apple, now building the device designed to replace the iPhone. The architecture is split between on-device and cloud, simple tasks, context awareness, memory, handled locally on the phone, complex reasoning, sent to OpenAI servers, always on, always watching, always inferring. And this is where it gets genuinely uncomfortable. Sam Altman said this out loud, in public, on camera. The device will know everything you've ever thought about, Reed said. Everything. Let that sit for a second. The real stakes. Here's the strategic logic OpenAI is running. Right now, Apple and Google control everything on your phone. They decide which features AI gets to use. They take 30% of every transaction. They control the data pipeline. OpenAI cannot build the AI it wants to build inside those walls. They're building their own walls. Think about what that means for Apple. Their biggest advantage is the ecosystem, the fact that everything just works together. But OpenAI is now building an ecosystem where Apple doesn't exist. But here's what the hype merchants aren't telling you. This road has been walked before. The humane AI pin gone. The rabbit are one, forgotten. Both promised to replace your phone. Both failed spectacularly. OpenAI has never shipped a consumer device in its life, building a global supply chain, carrier agreements, after-sales support. That's a completely different game from training language models. And there's a regulatory question nobody has answered. A device that's always on, always listening, always inferring. How does it comply with banking regulations, healthcare privacy laws, GDPR? These aren't small problems. These are civilization-scale questions. Here's the real question. The one I teased at the very start. The big reveal. The real threat isn't that OpenAI builds a phone. The real threat is what happens after it works. When your AI knows everything you've ever read, said, thought about. IT doesn't just answer questions. IT starts making decisions. For you. Before you make them, which news you see, which options you're shown, which version of reality you live in. The Jony Ive version says, We'll give you peace and calm.no chaos. No notification overload. Just serenity. But there's a word for a world where your AI filters everything, knows everything, decides everything. Comfortable, the most dangerous word in technology. OpenAI is building a phone, and it changes everything. The question is, do you get to decide how? Next video, I'm covering the device OpenAI is releasing first, before the phone, before the wearable. A pair of earbuds that Altman says will change how you think. That video drops this week, and it's going to make this one look tame. Question for the comments, and I actually read these. Would you give up every app on your phone for an AI that does it all for you? Yes, no, or not until they fix the privacy disaster it creates. Drop your answer below. And if you want to understand where AI is actually going, not the hype, the reality, subscribe. Because most channels are 2 weeks behind on this story. This channel is 2 weeks ahead.